remember my friend had just bought a car. It was brand new to her. It was a '99 Eclipse GSX, and so like she wanted my opinion on it. And so it was an automatic, and so all we did was drive it into the street, and then we went and turn around, and then that's when the video stops. Hitting the curb gave it airborne, and it like hit downwards. So that's, I think, and then my door and everything took all of the impact. The curious thing that I think probably confused a lot of people is that I had no broken skin. So like, I'm just like, basically it's like putting a wine glass in a bag and like smashing it on some concrete. The bag is still intact, but everything inside is broken.
She pretty clearly had a punctured lung on the left side, and we quickly did some evaluation of her and noticed that she had a pelvic fracture. So at that point we knew that we had a hypotensive, or a patient with low blood pressure. We had a patient with injuries that we knew we needed to address in the operating room.
I had a brain trauma, I had my broken neck, I'd broken the majority of my ribs. My ribs actually pierced through my heart. That was my second extremely serious injury. I shattered my pelvis, I broke both my arms, my left leg. I had a bladder injury, my spleen had to be removed, my lungs had collapsed, and I had a lacerated liver. They actually did lose me. I died 4 times.
So we had placed the chest tube to reinflate the lung, and that appeared to be stable at that point, and so we made the decision to go into her abdomen. So I made 2 separate incisions. I made one incision in the upper part of her abdomen, so we could evaluate all the intra-abdominal organs. So we did that, and we also explored her abdomen and found that she had a spleen that was injured. We removed her spleen fairly quickly. She had a small injury to her liver, which we repaired. She also had some injuries to the base of her small bowel, where the blood vessels come out to supply the small bowel with her blood supply. And she also had an injury to her bladder, which was pretty significant and required us to repair that. We found that there was a hole at what we call the atrioventricular junction. In other words, the top part of the heart and the bottom part of the heart. There's chambers at the top, chambers at the bottom. Right where those kind of joined was where this hole was. And so we were able, with some difficulty, to get some stitches there to sew that hole up.
There was 3 critical days, and I was told that Dr. Davis worked on me personally for like, I want to say 18 hours, they said. And then my parents, they give him so much credit because they said, you know, like he didn't stop, he didn't eat. He literally was like, they call him my blood and guts doctor. But like he was literally, you know, elbows deep inside of me.
When we were still in the chest finishing the case, we noticed what was the cause of the hole in the heart was there was a rib that was very jagged, and it kind of pulled away from the remainder of the ribs, and it had clearly gone through the lung into the heart and then kind of pulled back out. Her particular constellation of injuries I've never seen before, and you know, there's no one described like her in the medical literature.
I believe I woke up on week 5. Like I don't remember my journey as far as like when things happen. I remember things as when I woke up.
So I spent time with her in the ER, and the operating room, and the ICU, and then of course over there at the continuing care hospital. I
was in the rehab, and then like I'd gone for a checkup, and Dr. Davis had found out that I was coming, and so he made a point to try to find me. But I immediately recognized him. It's weird to see someone for the first time and then look at them and know that they feel like they know you. Because this is my first time meeting him, but this isn't his first time meeting me.
This is why we do what we do, and this is why I do what I do, is because you want to make a difference in someone's life. Hers is kind of one of those the save of a lifetime kind of thing. You know, trauma surgeons always like recount their best saves. And certainly she is going to be, I mean, she's #1 for me, and if I get one better than her in my career, I'll be blown away. I mean, she's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind whatsoever. Had I been in another facility, I really, that's why I said I give Scott White so much credit. I really think that made a lot of difference.
If you're severely injured, if you can make it to a level 1 trauma center, your likelihood of survival is much, much higher. Scott White has been a level 1 now for several years, and really what that means is we have everything that the trauma patient might need at our disposal here at this hospital, available 24/7. We have all the specialists we need to take care of the most severely injured patients. We have the ability to operate on them at any time of the day. We have appropriate ICU capability. We have appropriate physical therapy. We had appropriate rehabilitation connections with our rehab hospital in Hillcrest.
I went back to work July 6th, and now I have a normal life. I can do anything I want to do. I've ridden roller coasters. I've gone to theme parks.
From all I can tell, I mean, she should have a full recovery. She's obviously going to have some new scars and some stories to tell from those, but you know, she should be able to regain a completely functional, normal life. From everything I can tell so far, she's done remarkably well.
If there's something I can do for Scott and White or for Dr. Davis or Dr. Chaput, I'm in.